Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're digging into a concept the sources are calling the founder's energy audit.
Mm,
And our mission here is pretty straightforward. We want to give you the tools to stop relying on, just pure grinding willpower,
right.
to help you shift from just being busy to taking real intentional action that actually grows your business.
And what's so fascinating is that high drive, it's essential, but it's also a finite resource. The core problem isn't a lack of motivation.
No, not at all.
It's that when you rely only on that drive, you inevitably get fatigue, your decision-making gets cloudy, and your progress slows down.
So this is about awareness. It's stopping that instinct to just push harder.
Exactly. And instead, starting to think smarter about where your energy is really going.
Okay, so let's unpack what the sources call the willpower trap. We all know the pattern, right? These long, long work days with zero recovery.
Yeah.
And the data shows this leads straight to burnout. But it's also more subtle. It creates this high-stress environment where you just can't think strategically.
You're just fighting fires all day.
You're too busy fighting fires to even think about building a fireproof house.
And that energy drain, it's contagious. That's the critical insight here. Teams mirror their founder's energy.
Oh, that's a big one.
It is. If you're running on fumes, you're basically setting the ceiling for your entire company's productivity. Energy management really is the overlooked growth lever.
That makes so much sense. But here's the pushback I can imagine. If you're grinding toward a huge milestone, tracking your mood feels, I don't know, like a luxury. Is it worth the time?
That's a fair question,
Yeah.
but you have to think of it as a competitive edge. It's about maximizing your return on energy. You can't optimize what you don't measure.
Okay, so let's get into the how. How do we stop guessing and start measuring? Step one, according to the sources, is just daily tracking.
Right, and it's simple. You just rate your energy high, medium, or low at different times of the day during different tasks. It's about getting that vague feeling of I'm tired onto an actual scorecard.
And that alone can reveal things.
Oh, absolutely. I once saw a case where a founder realized their 4 p.m. slump wasn't biological. It was the dread of doing repetitive data entry. That tiny insight changed everything.
So after you track, you analyze. Step two is identifying the drains.
Yep. The specific things that just consistently sap your focus. Usually it's things like endless emails, unstructured meetings, things like that.
The stuff that doesn't actually require your unique input.
Exactly. And then step 3 is the flip side, identifying boosters. What activities actually raise your energy?
So like strategic planning, maybe closing a new client.
Or that uninterrupted deep work, that 90 minutes of pure focus on one high-value task.
Yeah.
That's a huge booster for most people.
And the last piece of this audit is pattern recognition, just noticing when your energy peaks and dips.
Right. Did that big negotiation energize you because you love the challenge? Or did it totally wipe you out for the rest of the day? You need that data.
Okay, so you have the data. Now you move from tracking to actually doing something with it.
Now comes the intentional action. First up, peak scheduling. If your audit shows your energy is highest from 9 to 11 a.m., that time is sacred.
That's for the big strategic work.
That is absolutely not for checking Slack or reacting to emails. It's for the work that moves the needle.
And you have to be just as ruthless with the other side of it, like delegating the drains.
You have to be. If a task always lowers your energy and doesn't add unique value, it has to get off your plate. That's the fastest way to free up mental bandwidth.
So this is about building a sustainable system, not just a one-time fix.
Exactly. You have to build in sustainability. That means recovery rituals. A 10-minute walk, exercise, whatever works for you. You have to recharge the battery.
And finally, you have to keep adjusting. Refine your routines weekly.
Your energy patterns aren't static. They'll change. So you have to monitor and adjust every week to keep that momentum going.
The core takeaway here feels really clear. Intentional action needs sustained focus.
And that is impossible without disciplined energy management. Optimizing when you work is so much more important than optimizing how long you work.
That focused 2 hours in your peak window is probably worth a whole day of low-energy reactive work.
Without a doubt.
So this brings up a really important question for you to think about today. What is one repetitive drain, that weekly report, that email folder that you can delegate or automate today? Find that one thing and get it off your plate to free up energy for a real strategic booster this week. Go find that drain and ditch it.